You know, I'm starting to run out of places to start episodes in Florum. Anyway, hello there friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default. Last time, we finished up the sub-scenarios in Eternia, except for the newest one that cropped up, and we fought the two immortal old men together, which was a pretty interesting encounter that we totally did not cheese, absolutely. And we also got to fight all of Idia's connected family, except for Mazur, of course. And that was a pretty interesting encounter. We also got to hang out with the Black Blades, but I'd rather not dawdle on that encounter because, oh boy, was that tough. And today, we are going to be taking a bit of a break from fighting the Eternians over and over and over again, and doing our job and awakening most of the crystals. We'll probably leave one just for a little bit, and I think 3 crystals in one episode is more than enough. But real quick, today, since we don't have anything to talk about with the Nurende Village anymore, I want to go ahead and talk about a feature that has not been something that I have discussed since, like, episode 2 of the whole series. And that's going down to tactics. That is Abalink and the friend system in general. Now, Abalink is a pretty iconic system for Bravely Default. As you progress through the game, you will obtain AI friends from the adventurer here, who you can then link to your party, and it will give them extra job points and levels. Now, how this affects Bravely Default in general, in terms of being a major mechanic, normally you could street pass other players from across the world, and you would obtain whatever character they sent and summoned in combat. So, we haven't really dawdled on this too much, but basically it allowed you to give friends, both real and AI, the ability to summon you in combat and also use the job levels that you've obtained. So for example, if I were to send out Ringabel right now, they would have access to pretty much every ability that he has currently, which could allow someone who's very early on to the game to have access to some really overpowered abilities really early on. There's some extra little features tied to Abalink, but I'm not gonna go over that right now because it requires a little bit of context from a future segment of the game, so I will talk about it then. But if you're looking at my team list right now, you're probably seeing, wow, everyone's on a completely new job from the previous episode. And that is correct. Today, I'm putting Ringabel on Performer with Commerce as his job command, or Merchant. This is a build that I think is pretty interesting. The main gimmick of this build is this is going to be a sort of BP battery setup for Performer, where you can use the ability Low Leverage, which lessens the cost of BP by half, and then you can start using BP attacks like My Hero, which will raise all allies BP by 1, which will only cost 1 BP, or you can even use One More For You, which will have a lowered MP cost and raise targets BP by 1. There's some ways that we can do this, and I just wanted to go ahead and show that off. Agnes is on Spirit Master with Time Magic, because why wouldn't she be? This is a pretty risky setup, as I don't have any means of actually healing my party with this build, but the idea is to use Agnes's extra BP and heightened MP with Group Cast All and how much MP Spirit Master has to set up quick for our attackers and set up any buffs and debuffs and mitigations that we need for whatever fight. Tiz is on Ranger with Sword Magic. He's going to be an attacker. It's a pretty standard stuff. We'll be using Quick to increase his attack power. And Idia is on Dark Knight with physical attack 30% up, Gloom, and Two-Handed with Sword Magic. This is going to be pretty interesting, as with the extra BP and with low leverage, Rage is going to be very easy to spam, as it will only cost 1 BP, so we can get an extra Rage out there. I think this is a pretty interesting build. It's nothing too extraordinary, but again, we're going up against the crystal bosses today, so I think it's fine, really. I really do. I think today we're going to be tackling the water, wind, and fire crystals. We'll leave the earth crystal for whenever we're fully done in Eternia. So, entering here in the water crystal, water temple of water, we're not inside the water crystal, obviously. We're going up against Rusalka. If you need any help fighting Rusalka, physical defense up on all your teammates. But really, we fought this boss how many times now? 5? We're pretty experienced against Rusalka. So let's go ahead and see how this build works. The idea is to set up low leverage, which we're just going to do right now. Not full leverage, we do not want to double our stuff. Set up low leverage. We're gonna have Agnes go ahead and... do I want to... Actually, what I'm gonna do is we should be able to actually, no, because I need to have low leverage activated for it to work out. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're just going to cast Haste on our team. Thankfully, I do have Rebuff Lockets equipped, or Charm Immunity as well, so we are good to go. Cast Thundaga, and then Idea, we can cast Drain. Low leverage. Everything will be halved for everyone, including Rusalka. Now, the idea basically just becomes, can we do enough damage to really outpace the power of the low leverage cut? So that's the hope. I'm sure we can. Let's go ahead and cast 2 quicks. Agnes should be faster than our friends here, and then hopefully this should be enough to take down our friend here. 1, 2, 3. That'll put her at -3. Okay, let's hope this works. There's quick. If I get the timing wrong, that's okay. 153, 118, 108. Okay, I'm gonna get it. Nice. One more my hero. There we go. And then we can just start spamming rage. Let's see how much damage this does. Okay, 4100 with crit. I mean, that's not great. There are better ways to get Dark Knight to do more damage, but with adversity stacking up every single time we do rage, it will start to get stronger and stronger and stronger. We're gonna start speeding this up now. If you have a consistent way of doing maximum damage with rage, even with low leverage, you can start to see how this can be a very powerful build. But really, I just wanted to show it off. I'm not optimal in any way, though Tiz right here is hitting max damage with no issue. Yeah, I mean, I was expecting to just rip apart Rusalka, and that shows. I have been recording the past 2 chapters in the span of 2 days. My god, my thumb hurts. It hurts. No party chat for this one. I guess our team is finally getting really, really used to their situation. But then again, I mean, this is the 5th time. That was, what, Crystal 17? Yeah, I'd probably be kind of speechless and not wanting to talk about it anyways after that point. So, I think we're gonna head over to the Wind Temple now. Hang on, let me check my team. I don't think I really need to worry about MP. No, not really. Because Orthros is 2 targets, I think what I'm going to do is actually switch Idia over to something else. Let's give her Vampire. Actually, you know what? Let's put her on Conjure. I have her on... I gave her Conjure if she wanted to do magic damage. And you know what? She hasn't been on, like, a Black Mage caster in a while, so why not? Let's do it. Let's give her Axe Lore. Let's go give her Two-Handed and Phantom Weapon, because that's the tried and true, very consistent way of dealing a large amount of damage. Let's just give her the Giant Axe to increase her physical attack as much as possible. And then we can give her the, I don't know, Soul of Thamasa. Give Tiz. Don't give bow users Hyper Bracers. Give them Artisan Gloves to raise dexterity, or Dwarven Gloves that raise dexterity even higher, as that's what their stats are based on. These guys don't need Charm Immunity anymore, so I'll go ahead and give them something else. Alright, everyone's outfitted and ready to go, so we're just gonna go ahead and land down here. Actually, I wonder if Idia is gonna even do maximum damage with the whole low leverage thing. I mean, it really won't matter. Tiz will probably pick up the pace anyways, and even if they don't, the extra BP they get from Ring a Bell is more than enough to counter it. Let's go ahead and head inside, skip the cutscene. So, yeah, these crystal bosses are really not that big of a threat after you've fought them the upteenth time. I mean, really, the Eternians only stay a threat because they are fighting you in new combinations, but realistically, fighting them each individually is not really anything new and insane. Let's give Tiz... let's give him fire, so he can fight the ice one, and Edea can do Deus Ex, and she can fight the fire one. Low leverage, haste up. Let's see how much damage they do. Blizzard doesn't even hit 1,000 damage with that. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so then from this point onward, we can just use our My Hero. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll put him at -3. No, -2, maybe, if I'm lucky. Anyes will do 2 quicks to give Tiz as much firepower as possible. Tiz can just attack the Ice Orthros, and then Edea can attack the Fire Orthros. There we go. Let's see who kills it first. My Hero. And congratulations, they're already at maximum BP. Like, it's insane. Insane. Speed things up here. Okay, not fully maximum damage, but pretty close. And then Blizaga's doing maximum damage with no damage fall off at all. Very good. And remember, they don't do much damage to us. Like, so low leverage pretty much only gives us benefits. And it hurts Orthros in terms of damage output and whatnot. So it's pretty good. Like, this is a really, really good build. We're just gonna go ahead and default and just auto it. It's Orthros is not gonna last much longer, so we'll just finish this off. Speed things up. Let's see which head goes down first. Is it Tiz? No, okay. Orthros lives another day. Unless this Blizzaga is hard enough to kill. It is! Nice. So then we can just have Anyes cast Stillness until Ring of Bell's up. And then he can just set up low leverage next turn. If we don't need to. Oh, we don't need to. Cool. Well, guess what that means then. We can just spam My Hero to get our buddies back from the negative. We still have Stillness active. So then they can just go on the offense again. No damage taken. We can just chill. I guess we need to re-up our quicks. And then Tiz, he still has the fire effect, so we just finish it off. And then I guess Edea can do Firaga if Tiz somehow does not finish the job. There we go. Yeah, so, very powerful build. Yeah. It was a little scary right there at the end, but it still worked out. Okay, that one's down. We might have to heal up before we we fight again, as Orthros did kind of put Tiz and Edea on the ringer a little bit there at the very end. If it feels like I'm kind of rushing through this, honestly, I am. This segment doesn't really have much for us. I got all the information I wanted to talk about when it comes to these bosses done by chapter 6. I was expecting the information that I had and the stories I wanted to tell to last a bit longer, but no, I got it all done then. And honestly, because I have nothing really interesting to talk about, I've just been using the crystal bosses as a way of showcasing really, I don't want to say bad, but pretty weird builds, especially the previous chapter. Oh, right, have I not? Oh, no, okay. I was about to say, have I not talked to Goodman? No, I have. I just hadn't entered Hearthchild. Well, that's good to know. I mean, this build, I would say, is probably better than the one I showcased in the previous chapter, but it's still not really anything to write home about. Though I do get to see Ring a Bell in the Performer outfit, which is easily one of my favorite looks for him. Okay, so now we've got to head over to the Mithril Mines. Again, all of my points still stand when it comes to treasure. If you have not gotten all of it, go ahead and do so. You can use the Freelancer's Divining Rod to try and find any treasure you might have missed, especially for hidden ones. Thankfully, I've played this game enough to know where most of them still are, just based off of pure instinct, though. I know I miss a few of them every now and then. Speaking of, there was actually one in the Underflow that I missed until, like, Chapter 6. It was, like, the third revisit of the Underflow before I finally found it. I still find it kind of weird that in every other world except for our original one, this path that we took is always destroyed. Like, it's already sinking into the lava. Whether someone decided to try and use it and failed, or whether we were just very, very lucky that that was there in our first go-around, we don't know. But I think it's pretty cool. We also know that it existed in Alternus' version of the World 6, because it talks about it in Dee's journal, where they saved his from falling down the area. Well, honestly, they were all kind of falling down, but I like reading that Dee's journal. It's really cool to see the differences and similarities between each world, and how every world is slightly different, but generally follows on the same track. I have my own opinions about exactly what I have my own opinions on the whole loop system, but I'll get to that whenever we're finished with the loop, which, trust me, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. So we just gotta grit our teeth and keep going, and fight Chogmar another time. Of course, Chogmar doesn't change very much. He sticks to his shield for a few turns, using drain attacks, until you are, you know, ready to go to get energy bursted, and then he'll energy burst you and deal some damage. Thankfully, with the low leverage and with stillness on Yes, we can just completely mitigate that whole threat. Let's go ahead and just cast my hero a few times, and we'll have everyone else default, I guess, until Chogmar lowers his defenses. There we go. Oh, hey, he's draining the BP from my team. That's not nice. Let's have Anyes go ahead and cast... we'll actually have her cast 3 things. We'll have her cast Quick on everyone, because I'm certain as soon as Chogmar lowers his defenses, we're going to immediately rip into him. And we're going to have everyone else go ahead and chill. We're actually going to raise Idia's physical attack as well, because Phantom Weapon exists, and so we will get bonuses from that as well. Chogmar is braving, unfortunately, because he's got that extra BP. Bloodsuck's not going to do much, because we have stillness, so we're going to speed things up here. I'm going to go ahead and re-up low leverage, and then I should be able to get these off. Actually, no, I might not be able to get all of those off. Let's go ahead and just do 2 of them, and then just chill for a little bit, because hopefully he decides to drop his guard here. Maybe, please, thank you. Okay, well, we need to re-up stillness then, and we can just chill. Energy burst does nothing, and then we can just prep our invocations and whatnot, as we have to re-up them now. And then hopefully we can just get this done in 1 action and we're done. Hopefully, that's the hope. We need to re-up our Quick. Unfortunately, I like horribly mistimed this entire fight. Wow. But we'll be okay. We're just gonna cast Thundaga. This will be 8 hits of Thundaga. That's around 80,000 damage. I don't think that's enough to kill Chogmar, but it should be pretty damn close. But we'll see. He'll die right here, if anything. Okay, no, he did not. That's okay. That's alright. I'll just skip to the end of the encounter now. Okay, it only took 1 more hit. Nice. 40,000 EXP. Are we going to get everyone up a level? Ooh, alright. Everyone's to 94. Again, the maximum level in this game is 99, so we're getting there. We're almost there. Okay, with 3 crystals down, we have a party chat for us. Wavering of purpose. This is the 19th time Agnes? How much more... Remember, Idia, we decided to follow Agnes on this. Oh, that's right. Can't falter now. We've 19 to get. We've done 19 crystals. Holy moly. Oh, well, we have at least one more to go, which will make it a nice round 20. And let's hope it's the last one. Oh, we have a nice Norende village update. We got a nice gift of a remedy. Nice to see. I'm gonna go ahead and head out here, and I'll see you at Grand Ship for some last remarks. I don't think I ever really flew up here to show you the mountains and the lava. It's really, really cool. It's just right over by Heartschild, but you can see how the city's atop this endless flow of lava. Oh, it looks so cool. But anyway, that's it for today's episode. We had to perform our Vestal duty, of course, and because there's not really much regarding the crystals that I really want to talk about right now, it's kind of a nothing burger. But it has to be done. I mean, that's the whole reason why we're here. But next time on Bravely Defaults, we are going to be heading back to Eternian Central Command to see what this whole Eternian Rendezvous big meetup is for that we've been hearing about across this entire chapter. I will warn you now about this sub-scenario that we are about to go and do. It is a long one, requiring a lot of prep, and if you are playing along, I would suggest going and taking the time to level up some of your favorite jobs before tackling this. But I'll go into more detail about all of that next time. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.